been told my name is Mehanti. I'm excited to be here. I'm feeling like I have a lot of energy. After roaming Mombasa streets from, what time did we have this week? We left Kilifi at 6:30 in the morning. We decided to come in and combine this trip with a few other things so that we can accomplish more. We have a day out, so this is our day out. And I carried a shirt at the back of the seat to change so that I look a bit normal. And then it got all crippled and I said, oh, hallelujah, let me go looking like the lady I'm supposed to be. And here we are. It's a beautiful evening. And I'm hoping that you're not tired, you're not exhausted, you've had a lot of information on customer care and the health part. Me and my colleague have been walking with our mouth, like let's walk home today. And so I was looking at David, and then looking back at Josephine and thinking how we've been talking in the office, how we're going to get ourselves better. And it's not been happening. But here we are, we've got some beautiful knowledge that we can take home for that. Now, the power of networking. I just got myself a doctor who can who can advise me on what I need to do to get better. I'm telling you, you didn't say your age. I was so looking forward to that.
I can say my age.
Yes, how old are you?
I turned. First tell me how much. How old are you?
I'm turning 36 on Sunday.
Oh, I turned 36.
You see? Oh, we're not doing too bad.
Yes.
Look at us.
Yes.
Look at us. We're not doing too bad. So this evening, I wanted to talk about the power of networking. And unfortunately, time is not on our side. So you're going to have to rush through this topic. But yes, the notes are available. You can revisit if you have any questions after this. I'm available on phone. We can schedule a Skype meeting. I'm available on Zoom. We can always do this and figure out where you got stuck or where we did not get a clear definition of what we're talking about. Now, what is networking? Networking is basically putting cards on the table and joining them together. Who has done a puzzle before? Can a puzzle get complete if it doesn't have one little piece?
No.
This piece, if it is missing, your puzzle is incomplete. And the puzzles of life, the puzzles of business, the puzzles of whatever you are involving yourself in, are carried by the people that you meet, are carried by people that you ignore, people that you look at and assume they are not as important. And they probably have that one connection that you need to go to parliament. They probably have that one connection that you require for doors to open at KPA for you to start supplies there. But because you look at her and you think she doesn't look the part, and you probably ignore the fact that she doesn't have beautiful shoes like you have, or maybe she's not dressed as well as you are, so you ignore that person on the basis of they're not looking that part. And they are that little thing that you require for that puzzle to get complete. So you need to start thinking about whoever you meet and everybody that you meet as the most important person that will ever happen to cross your path. Because if they cross your path, you never know the miracle that they're carrying with them towards you. Now let me say that by the end of this talk, I want for you to be able to understand what networking is and how to go about it. That's my agenda for you. The next thing I want for you is to gauge how you are performing in networking and how can you go about getting better as a person. Now, what do I want to do when I'm here? I want to motivate you to be able to become a better networker. The little time that I have here, I want you to leave this place motivated by me. That's my agenda. Because if I don't motivate you, I will have failed the reason why I am standing here. Now, networking is all about connecting with people. But then again, isn't that what life is? Yeah. That exactly is what life is all about. We are supposed to meet each other, connect with each other, work together. That is the basics of networking. And if we do not achieve that part, you're not networking at all. I will tell you later in the presentation that being behind a screen, writing emails is not networking, or it's not enough. Being on social media and trending is not really networking. Great success begins with creating the right network. Now that's my own saying. I've started building them. Yeah? And when I was thinking about this, when the poster was sent to me by Koki, I said, how do I post this? Because I'm not on social media for the last 16 days now. I'm taking a break. Sometimes you need to take a break from things and take stock of your life. I'm not going into my 36th year without a plan. I don't want that to happen, so I took a break from social media, but I still managed to post this on social media somehow through my pal. And I said, what do I say? Great success begins with creating the right network. Now, your network is your social capital. And your network equals your net worth. I'm not sure who said that, but I remember that saying. The quantity and quality of that social capital is determined by the quality and not quantity of those individuals. So it's the quality and the quantity of that social capital. We said your network is your social capital. Now you need enough in quality and quantity of social capital. But look at the next part. It is the quality and not the quantity of the people that you meet. Because you can meet 1 million people and they don't change your life. But you can meet a few people with a lot of qualities that you need that can change your life overnight. Why do women in business need to network smartly? Why do you need to network smartly? Whereas you can always come to women in business forum and just meet people and go. Why do you need to network smartly? The first thing that the question we need to ask ourselves is, what are we doing wrong? And how do we solve it? So what's our problem? We tend to focus on what is easy. What is easy is show up in Women in Business Forum, smile at everybody, look smart, wear some nice dress so that we're all going to notice you, and you go away, thinking that you've built a network. Or just hand over businesses and disappear, business cards, and disappear. You don't follow up, you don't even bother to get to write to those people. You think that miraculously, because you handed me a business card, I'm going to remember you? Unfortunately, I forget immediately. Which is why now we have CamCard on your phone, so that when I'm given a business card, I take the snap of that business card and I have the contact directly into my phone. The moment your card goes into my bag, sorry. We tend to focus on what is easy. People tell you, open a LinkedIn profile. Please go, get on social media. Be on Facebook. Is it networking really? Is that all you need? No, it's not. That is what is easy. That's the easy thing to do. What is our solution? How do we solve this problem of not being on the easy parts? Set aside your bias against networking and step into natural networking by building real relationships. This is where, when I meet Wangari, I am not basically just going to meet Wangari. I'm going to meet Wangari, understand Wangari, build a relationship with Wangari, and then while I am building a relationship with Wangari, my life can get transformed. Not my life can get transformed alone. That's the bias. I can help Wangari transform her life. Because the first aspect of networking, don't go expecting that all your problems are going to be solved. Go expecting that you can solve someone's problem. Because as you solve other people's problems, your problems will get solved. as you connect with other people and help them grow and help them raise and help them see a better light, what's the effect of you sitting with someone for 5 minutes? Do they leave with something positive, or do they leave with a request from you? Can you help me with? Can you please take me here? Can you please introduce me here? Do they leave with questions from you, or do they leave with solutions? Oh, I noticed you're struggling with ABC. Maybe you could do this, maybe you could do this, maybe you can do this. And as you're giving the solution to that person, you build a relationship. When you build relationships, they will last. When you come to me and the first thing you ask me is, can you find me a job? I love you so much. But if I have just met you and the first question you ask me is to help you find a job, chances are that we might not be able to connect in the right way, because you're coming with a demand. You're not coming with something that I will take home that will remind me about you. So that when then we get to talk about me getting you a job, I already have a reason. I have a connection with you. Why are the existing easy solutions to networking not working? Those ones of open a LinkedIn account. Yes, you opened a LinkedIn account. But is that going to solve the networking issue? It's the behind the scenes of opening the LinkedIn account that will help you. The fact that when someone connects with you, you message them. You tell them, I've gone through your profile, I noticed you do ABCD, I have something that you could use. As you offer them, the building of the relationship is coming up. And as you build the relationship, you can then be able to work with them. So the opening of the LinkedIn account is the easy way. But the behind the scene, what are you doing about it? Some people have lots of online contacts, but have not made an impact in your life. It's pointless for you to have 5,000 friends on Facebook if they cannot help you solve the problems in your life. It's better to have a few that have got the qualities that you require, or you have something you can offer them and they have something they can get from you, and you have something you can get from them as well. And as you help each other, chances of growth are so high. Now, every time Tom, Dick, and Harry are on social media, aren't they? All your former classmates, or your villagers, or your colleagues are all on social media. It doesn't help you, does it? The rise of social media has killed completely, technically, categorically killed personal relationships. So we have to focus on building human relations to solve the ideology that being on social media and behind an email is networking, because that is not really networking. It is one way you can network. And even some people don't even know how to write an email. They write me an email and I'm like, I'm not reading this one. Or I read it and I don't want to reply to you. I just got an email from a client yesterday, and these were his words. That, Rosemary, I hope now you understand what I feel when you don't give me an update because I have not been answering your emails. It's like, okay, do I want to answer that? So it's 2 days, I'm still thinking about the answer. Because, and he's Dutch, I can speak better English than him, so he's put it in the direct translation, so it's very direct. The impact of what he says is very direct. So when you're doing networking and you start with the basics of an email or a social media account, your language matters. What you say, how you say it, the way you write matters. Because you might write something that just puts off everybody that might help your life by the way you write things. But the way you write things can also attract the people that you need to attract to network with. Let's look at networking skills that work. Now, I have a tip there that says be sure to network outside your industry or the industry that you come from. A lot of people want to, a lot of us want to network with all the people in the hospitality industry, which is why when you go to WhatsApp, when you go to Facebook, the groups say hospitality management team. So we think that we are going to get help by being in the HR group alone. You need to be able to network outside that group, because maybe a doctor is doing something so cool that can sort out the stress that you're going through. So it doesn't necessarily mean because we are all professionals in the doctor category that you keep us off. If I request to join your clique, please get me in there. I might just get something from there. But if I stick with hospitality people, the only thing that these people will be talking about is all the problems and all the problems that the clients are causing them. Or I had an issue with my client, or this happened, or we did this, or that happened. How do I solve the people who are in IHRM are the worst. I am having a problem with an employee. This employee was sent home because of this. The other one has got sick, and I'm trying to deal with the sick sheet and the sick leave and I don't know what. I'm terminating. And your brain never goes beyond your circle because you're always discussing the same things. Please network outside your circle, outside your industry. You will find that there's something very valuable that someone is doing outside your industry that can help you. Give before you receive. That is a tip, a networking tip that works. You give before you receive. You should go with that attitude. I'm going to give you something. Before I expect you to give me, do I have something I can offer you? If you don't have something to offer someone, please stop interfering with their life. Stop trying to network with them. Go with something. I have something I can offer you. Then, I know there's something I can get from you. But after I have discovered what I can offer you, ask for a strategic introduction. This is when I know Koki, and I know Koki knows Bwana Joho, and Koki, I need a strategic introduction. So I will go to Koki, and I will say, Koki, please, could you mention my name to so and so? And they do you a strategic introduction, which makes your networking more, like it's got a sugar coat now. Mr. Joho knows Koki, Koki knows Wangare. If Joho wants to network with Wangare, it might be easier if you go through Koki than if you go directly. But it has to be a strategic introduction. Please don't go into a bar and say, Rafiki yangu huyu, na tuko kwa club. That will not help. But if it's strategically done, it's a winner. Know who you are reaching out to. Don't just go reaching out to Rehema and you have no idea who she is. If you know what she does and why she's here, then you can approach her. If you don't know why she's here or what she's doing, don't bother networking with her. Because what are you going to ask her? Oh, hi, why are you here? Find out why she's here. Find out who she is. If you're interested in finding the details, you will have a reason to network with her. And that conversation will be easy. The conversation can be so hard when you go and you have no idea what that person does. Make networking a regular activity. By this, I don't mean go to all those activities and events that say come and network. Chances are that if you go to an event that says come and network, every Tom, Dick, and Harry who feels important and thinks that they should be known will be there. So it will be a celebrity show business. It will not necessarily be a worth networking session. But if you hear that there is a screening happening in a certain place by a certain group, chances are you might meet someone there that is so important because they have a business there. They have a reason to be there. So don't just go to any networking event. When they tell you you're going to network, think twice. Let them tell you we're going to learn about business. And while you're learning about business, you will find a contact that is worthwhile. Use positive language. Always use positive language. If you come and tell me, and the first thing you tell me about yourself is negative, or the first thing you notice about me is negative, chances are we may not be able to get this done correctly. So there is more things that you can do. Cultivate your power contacts. Those are the top important contacts. There's an elevator pitch that you can do to network. This is what you can tell someone. You walk into a lift with a group of people. You don't know which floor they're going to get out. So if you want to introduce yourself, you should have something that you can tell someone who gets out on first floor before they leave, and for them to remember you. If you can't do an elevator pitch, you're not doing networking correctly. It should be, we meet in 3-4 seconds. I know so much about you, I will not forget about you. And then of course treat everyone with respect and give the other party a chance to talk. So don't get into the networking zone and you're the chatterbox. You have said so much, the other person has said nothing. Because if you don't give them a chance to interact with you, chances are they'll be like, oh my God, who was that? After you have left. The don'ts of networking: don't be timid and don't just speak to one person. Learn how to write messages and emails. Don't be afraid to ask a question, and don't get too personal. Please stop asking me my personal issues. Let's not talk about them when we just first met and we're trying to network. And here you are trying to understand why I'm this thin. Or why are you so fat? You understand? Let's not get too personal on the first contact when you're trying to network. Again, don't get drunk if you go to a networking place. So let's meet in a meeting like this, and we happen to have drinks, and it's a social event, and you're trying to come up with good business contacts. Please don't get drunk, because you start behaving silly, and you will leave a bad impression. And despite the fact that you have a lot of knowledge and a lot to offer, what we will remember is how you behaved and not who you are. I think, where are we? Okay, the next one. Business cards is a very good way of networking. You should always have your business cards with you, but the one thing that makes a lot of sense that I never do, but I'm going to start doing now, is jot on the back of your card the time and place where you met that person before you give them your card. Because chances are, with the stack of cards that I will collect, I will not even remember where I met you. But if at the back it says, Women in Business Forum Mombasa, this date. So when you will look at that card, you will remember where we met. It's a good tip. Take that and do not lose it. This one is very good. Stop being an internet panhandler. Do you know what that means? This is where immediately someone sends you a friendship request and you accept. The first thing they write to you is, my name is so-and-so, I come from this and this place, please find me a job. Or my name is so-and-so, I come from this place, this is what I do, I sell clothes. I'm trying to sell you clothes. And they send you a whole lot of pictures about what they're selling. I don't know you, I've just met you, we're just friends on Facebook, we've not even understood each other. And the first thing you do is send me a whole load of photos that then clog my memory, and I will block you immediately. Stop being an internet panhandler. And that's what most of us are doing, especially in business. So because you have been told that Facebook is working magics in terms of business growth, what you do is everybody on your timeline receives 20 photos every day of the same things. 6 months down the line, I'm still receiving the same things. And in the groups that you are, like there's the Mombasa group or business group, you will find that you have these people that post the same things all the time. There is no difference. If you're selling different products, why do we have the same photo of the same dude with the same shirt 6 months down the line? But the main problem is you can keep doing that, it will still give you business, but do not hound people. And And then you have all these people that force you to help them. It's panhandling. Help me, do this. And if you don't, my friend, you become the enemy of the state. So they will push you to the end, and they've just met you. If you're doing that and you're trying to network, it's the wrong thing. The wrong thing. Advantages of networking, you can read those all up there. We don't even necessarily have to go through them, but it's generation of referrals, connections, raising your profile, increased confidence, and satisfaction from helping others. Those are some of the benefits of networking. Your most valuable networking tool is in your hands. Everybody has their phone? Let's hear it. You have your phone. That's your most important networking tool because it's available to everybody. But how do you use it? Do you use it to make our lives difficult? By hounding us with all these WhatsApp messages and forwards and I don't know what. And then tomorrow you want me to introduce you to my boss. Or you want me to introduce you to the governor. Or you want me to introduce you to the president. Or you want me to introduce you to another motivational speaker. I'll be like, oh no, I'm not giving you her number because you will forward all the forwards that made me stop helping you, made me stop and made me block you. So you have to use your phone very wisely. Download apps that help you. If you have all these apps that are not helping your life, what are they for? Get rid of them and start downloading apps that can help you and network. Here you've got learn how to text or email. Some people send you a text message and you want to delete it immediately. If you ever send me a text message and it's got all those funny languages, immediately it goes into my delete box. So as much as I want you to try and network with people, I probably won't network with you because of that. Your language matters. The way you write matters. Take advantage of technology, make use of your camera, use it as a learning tool, and make it your primary point of contact. What do I mean by make it your primary point of contact? A lot of people want to, can I have your email address? You have not made a face to the person. You have not picked your phone and introduced yourself, because if you want to network correctly, it's important that you call that person, explain yourself, have a voice, then send an email. Then now use your phone to follow up. Your phone should be your first point of contact if you cannot do it physically. If you can meet someone in person, it is good for you. If you can't meet that person in person, call them and follow up. I think we are almost finalizing, yes. Conclusion. Keep the conversation fresh and interesting. So you meet Mwihaki today, and you start going into all your problems and all the issues, and the conversation gets boring. The conversation becomes, I am now carrying burdens instead of carrying blessings from this conversation. And I feel like, no, I am not going to keep that contact. But keep the conversation running and very interesting. Make sure you're jumping on board with the right opportunities. That is where I will say, sometimes you need to burn bridges that are not important to your life. If people come into your life and you're networking and they become a burden, please block them. Close that chapter. Move on. Delete them. If every time they call you, they are asking you for something and never giving you something, you need to think about whether you want to network with these people. Because as you're networking, you need to be thinking about your net worth. The net worth is the importance, the quality of what you get from that person and what you give that person. If they keep taking from you, you can only give so much. You need people that can also bless you. People that can also input something in you, not always chucking off from you. And you have those friends that come into your house, they want your clothes, they want your handbag, they want I don't know what, they like your shoes, they want to take them. If that happens and you didn't offer, you see there is the offering and there is there. Oh, I've seen that, I've seen this, and they all want it. Now we came for a girls' evening out. You went into my private space. Now you've seen I have a nice painting, you want it. Those are not people that you want in your life. You're not networking with those people. They're taking away from you. You want to be able to have people that respect your boundaries, even as you network. Exit quickly from conversations that aren't good matches. If you realize the conversation you're having with someone is not going in the right direction, exit as fast as possible, because it is better to exit and leave a good relationship going than not to exit. And I think I am done. Because if I say anything else, Koki and Wangari will kill me because time is so gone. I would love to say more, but that's it for tonight. Please let's network smartly.